Okay, here we go with the April 8th, 2024 solar eclipse, Great American Solar Eclipse. As you can see, it is in the USA 4th house. It is 19 degrees of Aries, and it is also conjunct Eris, which is 24 degrees. It's also conjunct the North Node opposite the South Node. You'll notice that Zeus is also in the 10th house. Learned a little bit about him. And he is also opposite Eris. Also, we've got Hygiena. We've got Venus. All in the sign of Aries, conjuncting the USA 4th house cusp, as is Neptune and Orpheus. Now, I will be the first to admit I probably did not pronounce that right, so I do apologize. But Orpheus is 0 degrees of Aries. Look at all of those of the Aries. Look at that. And the critical degrees. I mean, Chiron at 19 degrees Aries. That's very critical. You know there's going to be a market correction, right? And we have Mercury, which is retrograde. So there's going to be a lot of miscommunication and so forth as well. Now, I know I did say so. I hope I did anyway. Do look for agriculture to go down. Anything that grows out of the ground, it's going to be hindered. Food prices are going to rise, and of course it's going to be scarce. I do believe that gardens and canning food are going to be more prevalent. Anything to do with things, do understand that grow from the earth will be hindered. This is a hot sign. This is a heat sign. This is an energy sign, Mars. This is a war sign. So, and we already know, that we're in a war anyway, but look for all as well, it to get worse. Look for shipping to get worse. We know what's going on. I believe it's called the Red Sea. We already know that. This tells us it's true. I do look for something significant to also happen with Iran, Syria, Israel. Something more significant is coming in. So look for that as well. Moving on. If I didn't say so, Aries does rule Syria, Israel, Japan, and Iran. Scorpio also rules Syria. This will be a little different than the 206 because in the 206, if you go to my blog, we did have Neptune over here in the 2nd house. And I believe at that time in 06, Neptune was in Aquarius. But Neptune was in the 2nd house. Right now, we've got Pluto in the 2nd house. Do you see how Pluto and Haumea, they're at a dead square right now, aren't they? So everything that I am saying will happen before this April 8, 2024 solar eclipse. We see Volcanus. Volcanus is also square Haumea and Pluto. Pluto, it's not going to be fun. Like I said, the stock market, there will be a considerable correction. Now, do I think they still have money to prop it up? Perhaps, but not for long. The government is hurting right now. As I've said before, the government is hurting. They are going to be coming to us so we can dig deeper into our pockets to give them more taxes for a war. Pluto is the planet of wealth and taxation. I would like to see them cut a lot of bullshit that doesn't need to exist. They have so many government departments. One has fed off of this one. This one is another branch off of it. It's ridiculous. They need to cut that. And then after they do, consider cutting their salaries. They are our servants. They shouldn't be living better than we do. If they want to serve, serve. But you shouldn't be coming out as millionaires, and you shouldn't be living better than the common people. Think about it. It's both Republicans and the House. Both Republicans in the House. Both Republicans and the Democrats that are the establishment in the House and the Senate. They shouldn't be living better than us. Where did we, the common people, go wrong with this? Okay, moving on. Also know there will be a lot of catastrophic weather like we've not seen before in our lifetimes, okay? And really, honestly, it's not related to global warming. If you go back through history, which I do have a link that I did put on my website, go back through history. I think it was 1851, catastrophic flooding we had in the Midwest. It's, oh my gosh. And I know we didn't have all these cars and trucks and so forth and factories letting off these carbon gases or whatever they're calling it. Okay. Now, do understand that the eclipses that are in fiery signs like this, Aries, they will bring with them tremendous heat, and at times drought does follow. Danger of war? Well, we're already in it. Increased taxes? It's coming. Also, movement of the military. That's also what this represents, this solar eclipse. Now, fiery solar eclipse are the kind of eclipses that do and will cause scandalous events like disputes, murders, disturbances. Also, with the April solar eclipse, it's going to trigger its effects quickly and are over soon. So, it will affect foreign areas. We're going to have trouble with foreign affairs, trouble to the Biden administration. It brings trouble to the government, and as well as us common people, because that fourth house, that's our home, that's our houses, that's our land, that's mining, we're here, understand, the first house. But the fourth house does affect the common people. This time around especially, and this is going to be over the USA, Mexico as well, and the USA. It's going to be over the New Madrid fault line, and I know that runs through Missouri, and I know other states as well. Can you imagine? It's going to be happening where the solar eclipse is visible. I mean, this solar eclipse can cover a wide area, but these issues are going to be prominent. These weather issues, these crop issues are going to be prominent in the area where the solar eclipse is visible. So you're going to want to check that out, and I know you can on online. Find out if it's visible in your area. Could you imagine, which I'm not looking for, so don't think that I am, but an earthquake happening on that fault line, a devastating, that would be devastating. So do know if you're in the path, if it's visible in your area, that is very key to all of this. Okay, so, and I did say that it would be over just as, soon. It does bring great changes, though, on a political level and national trade. We know it's going to be affected. They're in the Red Sea. Funny things are going on at the Red Sea at this time. Now, if you've been following me, you know that I've stated in previous blogs, the energy always comes in before the planets perfect. So this energy, we could be feeling it right now. In my last blog with the October 2023 solar eclipse in Libra, which was up here in the 10th house, those effects are usually seen the 4th to the 8th month out from October 2023 solar eclipse. So I believe I put the effects and pushed it with the April 8th, 2024 solar eclipse. I think I put the effects out in February, possibly March. Maybe I was off 3 or 4 weeks, right? All right, so I do look for the stock market to go down considerably. And, you know, this will really especially happen the more towards summer we get with that stock market. I look for housing to depreciate, agriculture to suffer. There's going to be also heated debates with the Senate and the House. And one of them is going to do something that's so out of this world, not even expected. And we thought the fire alarm being pulled that time was not expected. This is going to be a little bit more crazier than pulling the fire alarm. But afterwards, this person is going to be asking for forgiveness. Because after all, you know, it's not their character. They just did it that one time. So we'll see what it is, and we'll see if we're able to forgive. I'm sure we are. We were able to forgive that fire alarm being pulled. So we're very forgiving people. All right, moving on. And I'm really actually just trying to stick with the April 8th, 2024 Great American Solar Eclipse. But do understand that when Mars and Saturn come together like they are during the solar eclipse, we're going to see a lot of chaotic conditions related to the third house. Anything transportation, communication, a lot more layoffs. Trade's going to be affected again. Anything that's related to this third house in the stock market, that's also going to depreciate. So you're going to want to look for that. And I'm not a stock market guru. I just know that when I see these planets in there, in the third house, coming together like that, it's going to be related to what I stated. And so, therefore, I'm anticipating anything related to this third house will depreciate on the stock market. Accidents. Look for accidents to happen too. Rather, they're train accidents, airplane accidents. Just a lot of accidents to be happening around this time as well. A lot of employees are going to be so upset being laid off and wondering why their company didn't run better, why the wheels didn't grind together better. They're not happy. Also, I don't know if I said this, but with Zeus is related to guns and machines and military. So when Zeus is making a negative aspect, let's say with Eris here, which is 24 degrees Aries, and it already has been going on, you know, war, guns, machines, look for more of that as well. Things are going to get very more chaotic, very more prevalent than what they are today, January 12th, 2024. People, as we know, are going to be rioting. They're not happy. And I did state this a lot in my blogs. When you have Neptune conjuncting that fourth house cusp, you're going to have people very unhappy. They are going to be voicing their concerns, protesting. So do understand that. I feel with this setup, with Volcanus involved, and we've got Zeus, we've got Eris, we've got Haumea, we've got Hygiena, we've got Pluto. I mean, second and eighth house, 11th, and the 5th house. 5th house is also related to stock market, speculation, risk taking. It's going to be a time to remember the closer that we get to this April 8th, 2024 solar eclipse. So be ready. Also, Uranus and Jupiter, they are going to be conjuncting in the USA 5th house. But, and let me get my wheel there so I can show you. We have a full moon on April 23rd, 2024 in the sign of Scorpio. This full moon is conjunct Haumea. Both of them are square Pluto. I mean, that there is, oh my God. And look, Volcanus is also at the same time right on squaring Pluto. So that's not going to be fun either. We're looking at, this certainly isn't going to be a good time for the markets. We also are going to find out a lot of deception and fraud and secrets that have been hidden because Mercury is retrograde. Remember that. So we'll find all this out, and we'll find out monies didn't go to the intended parties where they were supposed to go. There is just going to be so much bickering and arguing in the Senate and in the House. It's going to be unreal. And so there you have it. That is the United States and global forecast for the April 8th, 2024 solar eclipse. It's not pretty. There are a couple good things that are happening. It's crazy. It's chaotic. The storm is here. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. I realize I've been gone for a while. I did, again, spend time with my family, much needed time. I am rejuvenated. I'm back. I did start what I seen coming a long time ago, but I wanted to sound a little bit softer, so hopefully I have. Everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay well, and let's find a common thread. We have to come together, or we're going to fall apart. Okay, thank you so much.